It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors.
And we are underway from the Superdome.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Second and 14. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit. Back roll 80. Check. Hurt. 19 tight. Warrior 70.
Back to throw, Willis. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's second down. The shotgun snap to Willis. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Willis will look to pass again here. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Complete to Drake London.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Willis. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him.
Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, 28 yards.
And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Second. There, but it's incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cowboy 80.
Now a give right side Swift.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Boy, you almost had me.
And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Kyle Pitts.
68 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making.
I ain't gonna lie. I clicked on the wrong nigga and I was trying to I was trying to switch the play from left to right, bro, and I hit square. That nigga dope.
A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He'll get this off to Swift.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll get this up to the 30.
Dude, you got an old lineman at tight end?
34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You can go for it down 10 or more also.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Come on. Hey.
Play action. Here's Willis.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Willis.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Now Willis to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson.
38 yards.
And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
On the set.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And a great job there to read that one defensively.
I tried to pitch it back to Drew Sanders. That shit did not work.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 3. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
79 Broncos.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Short pass caught by Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Alert. Alert. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ready, ready. Hustle.
Once again, it's Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Falcons take over 1st at their own 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. That's out wide here for Robinson.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Willis to throw once more.
Pass incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Check smash. Chop 60, chop 60. Eagle, 60 Eagle. Riggs. Ready.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Taken in at the 11.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
This one into the hands of Pitts. Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Kyle Pitts.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Saints 3. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now Willis.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Ready, break. Chop alert, chop alert. Ready.
This is Swift on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
19 Lions.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Roll. Set, hurt. Cup 19. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to claw one back.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Now Willis.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check smash. Check smash.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Breaks through the contact. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Robinson with another carry.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Let's go now.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go. Set.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And now an audible here into something else. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Come on.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right.
And this one too low.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
What
now.
do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Warrior 70.
Now Willis. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 52, Saints 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18, 5 in.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
18.
On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.